Hi there, welcome to my channel where I feature tours of unique homes and creative spaces. A lot of times on this channel we feature tours of homes that people are living in full time, but we also sometimes like to feature amazing vacation rentals that you can try out for the night. For example, we've featured a potato hotel in Idaho, an elevated yurt in Florida, a cave house in Utah, and an amazing shipping container home in Washington. And that's just to name a few. And the one thing all of these videos have in common is that the people behind the build have big imaginations. Today's episode is no exception. We're gonna travel to Tennessee to meet Tori and Seth, who have built not just one type of creative rental, but 3 different types of creative home rentals that you can try out for the night. So whether you're interested in tree houses, domes, or something called a mirror cabin, you're gonna wanna stay tuned for this episode because we have 3 different tours for you. And if you like tours of creative spaces and unique homes, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know every single time we publish a new video.
Hey, we're Seth and Tori Bolt, creators and owners of Bolt Farm Treehouse.
Bolt Farm Treehouse started in 2015. I was building a treehouse. I wanted a place where I could go to escape the busyness of life. While I was building that first treehouse, I met Tori and decided to level up the experience so that we could actually use the treehouse as a backdrop for our wedding and our honeymoon. It was during that trip that we were just sort of dreaming and praying about what we wanted life to look like together for us. What makes the most sense is building more experiences like what we were experiencing, because it was absolutely transformational to really focus on you and focus on your relationship, reconnect with the people that you love.
Finding this property was kind of a miracle.
A journey.
It's a journey, that's for sure. We were looking for property for what, 6 to 9 months, and just, I started kind of losing hope. Then we came here to Whitwell Mountain. This was our spot. I felt it.
We lived here on this property before it had anything on it to lay out each and every different luxury accommodation so that it would be the perfect experience for all of our guests.
Yeah!
6 months later!
Got the champagne. Today. Closing day on this gorgeous, 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 breathtaking mountain. We got our little house here. Woo! Property owner.
All right.
All right, time to get to work. Not messing around.
This is a 55-acre property with a mile of beautiful rock faces and views that just go on for miles and miles.
We have a variety of unique accommodations on the property. We have luxury tree houses, geodesic domes, and mirror cabins. It was quite the challenge, but we built 8 domes and 2 tree houses during the pandemic in 5.5 months. We welcomed our first guests in June of 2021.
We have an incredible team. Just want to give a shout out to them because it was a lot of hard work and we would not be able to offer this experience without their help.
Welcome to the Honeymoon Treehouse. Our Honeymoon Treehouse is perfect for couples who want to go big and celebrate life's biggest milestones.
Some people start their relationships here, whether that be a proposal or a honeymoon. So it's really cool that we get to be a small part of people's journey in a place that people can come back to again and again to reconnect.
The Honeymoon Treehouse has one of the best views on this entire property. There is so much space on this private terrace. It's 2 tiers. On the top level, we have the canopy day bed, a great place to read a book, take a nap, just enjoy being outside. Then we have the outdoor shower. This is one of our guests' favorite amenities. It's a really large shower, if you can't tell. We have 2 shower heads, so you can shower with your person and not have to fight over the water. You have privacy curtains if you want to use them, and little hooks at the bottom, so if it is a windy day, the curtains don't get swept away. Then we have the hot tub. Man, stargazing from the hot tub is one of the best experiences ever. We have these string lights for you to enjoy, and those are a vibe, but I definitely recommend at some point shutting them off and just enjoying the starry night, because there's like no light pollution here and it is absolutely breathtaking. Making our way down to the lower level of the deck, we have the pod chair. It's an oversized pod chair for 2 people. Another great place to just slow down and soak in the view. And then over on this side, we have the barbecue grill and the pizza oven. You can make your own pizza, knead it. It's a really fun experience. Now that you've seen the outside, let's go inside.
So this is a really large footprint, a large space for a treehouse. We have actually lived in these tree houses. We lived in a treehouse for over a year, and we made sure that it was very comfortable, had everything that anyone would need. The ceiling height is really high, especially up front. We're talking about a 14-foot ceiling, so it gives you lots of room. You don't feel cramped.
There's not a square inch that isn't beautiful to look at in this treehouse. And I love the fancy over-the-top chandeliers, the Victorian ceiling fan. Everything you see feels very luxurious and romantic.
Over here, there's an entire kitchen. We've got an apron sink, a stovetop, literally everything.
So we try to use custom materials as much as possible. So our countertops are locally sourced. The cabinets are locally sourced. These were custom to fit the unique space. I love that we have retro appliances. So even with the modern comforts of like a microwave, it still looks and feels kind of old and timeless. Got the live edge shelving. I just can't get over the beauty of the natural wood and that character and texture it provides.
The way this entire treehouse was designed was really optimized from the position of the bed. I was just imagining waking up in the morning and wanting to just have this expansive nature experience. So you'll notice that the ceiling height goes from something that's more cozy back here to this expansive 2-story window wall on the front. So as you wake up in the morning, you get this really expansive experience.
And we played with the dimensions and the sizing. You know, you're in this smaller footprint treehouse. It's what, 575 square feet. And then you have this oversized bed, this Victorian headboard that feels larger than life.
The copper tubs are amazing. This is so cool, and it fits 2 people.
The detail, the texture, love it. I could enjoy a nice long bubble bath. These are from Premier Copper Products. This is our signature tub that we put in as many units as possible.
We source vintage antique doors. It's great to reuse and recycle. And honestly, you can see the textured wood everywhere on every surface that we have. A lot of people think that there is not insulation because you can see the stud frame. We actually just built insulation into the wall and then added another layer. Because the original treehouse, you can still see the framing exposed, and in a lot of treehouses it's like this. So this was our way of providing you with a treehouse feel, but with the luxury and comfort that makes this absolutely enjoyable.
In this back room, you have plenty of space to spread out, get ready. I love this dainty chaise lounge.
Also, some really cool surprises inside this really cute antique vanity. We found love letters from 1940s. Check it out. This is Independence Day, July 4th, 1942. Love letters between a soldier and his lady back home. Guests just love kind of getting a slice of history.
So we wanted to keep the look and feel of this room very elegant and dainty. That's why we finished the ceiling with these beautiful dimension ceiling tiles.
People still want to know, do you have a bathroom? Do you have a toilet? Do you have a sink? Yes, we have all those things. We want to take you behind the scenes for the construction of one of our honeymoon tree houses. We've poured a lot of energy into the innovation and reiterating, listening to our guests, so each one we build gets better and better.
So as quickly as you can snap your fingers,
our team can build these luxury tree houses.
they
Wow.
did such a great job.
This is not a box. This is actually a 5-sided structure. We did that not to just make it harder on ourselves to build, but because, let's face it, most of us have to live in boxes at work and at home, and we wanted this to be a totally different experience.
Nature is the star of the show, and so we really let the land and the nature environment really define what we build, where we build it, and what that looks like. So we hit the drawing board and built geodesic domes.
Our luxury domes are a hemisphere shape. They're really, really cool, really unique, and they're all up on top of this mountaintop. We have 2 different sizes of domes. We have our Luxe Dome that sleeps 2, and we have our XL domes that sleep 4. Welcome to the outside of the Luxe Dome. There is over 800 square feet of space here and so many amenities. It's over 35 feet wide and over 40 feet deep. So we wanted to give everyone just a really big perch to enjoy nature and enjoy these views in as many ways as possible. So we went with a 3-tiered deck, and we really wanted to just set the dome up to be elevated so that you got the best views from it. Our domes are made out of wood. A lot of domes are made out of cheap kits. They're plastic, not very strong. We wanted these to be built like tanks, so we actually engineered them ourselves. One of the reasons we picked the dome is because it's a very energy efficient structure. It doesn't have corners in rooms, that are unoccupied like a boring square room would. And so that reduces the area that you need to heat and cool by 30%. Being a hemisphere and being very aerodynamic, it's the perfect structure for being on top of a mountain. Sometimes it's windy and the structure can remain really safe. So let's start at everyone's favorite outdoor amenity. It's the outdoor shower for 2 people. We went with circle sawn wood on this entire deck. So here and here. So this is the way it used to be made at a sawmill. It was more of a rough finish, but we like that texture, being a treehouse company and being a company that uses really a lot of like organic materials that you don't see every day. What you're seeing is not like what you would see in a normal residential house. Right next to the outdoor shower is the hot tub. So we made it to where it was very easy to get in and out. Obviously, if it's ever cold outside, it's nice to be able to hop out of the hot tub and right into the shower. My wife and I usually play paper, rock, scissors for who has to get out and turn the water on to get it warm. But then it's super convenient. You can obviously just step right into it. And this hot tub looks out at these gorgeous views. Every single one of the privacy walls is custom based on what was needed. One thing that you'll notice is that these boards actually swivel. If you want more privacy, you can turn the board and it'll be flat, or if you want the view, you can turn it. So that was a way that we were able to kind of like pass that customization onto our guests. Right off of the front of the deck, we have got a fire pit area. This is such a great place to roast marshmallows, to have a great conversation, look at the stars at night.
Welcome inside the Luxe Dome. This is one of 8 domes we have on our mountaintop property, and we're all about helping you reconnect with nature, your people, and your purpose. And so it is all about the view. Our Luxe Dome is 475 square feet, or I should say round feet, right? It's a very open concept, and this is a hemisphere. So not all domes are that way, but this is a perfect half circle. We custom designed everything and really wanted to show off the architecture of the hardware, everything down to the steel brackets, which have a really beautiful texture. Seth teamed up with an engineer to design these brackets, custom designed. They have really cool bronze color. These are so strong. So you have 8 connection points per each leg. All of our domes have a different color wood, so they have a little bit of a different flare. And then we ran these copper twinkle lights, so at night it looks like a starry sky. This is a tradition that Seth and I have, and we've shared it with our guests, and I love that they've continued it on. So when we celebrated a big special milestone, we would celebrate with a bottle of wine and then put a little tape and marking what that was. So this one is when Seth and his band sold out Red Rocks for the 4th time. And so it's cool. We've saved that just for the kind of the memory and story of it. And it's cool that our guests have kept it on. Craig and Jesse Jones from Texas, April 2022. Our design is really a mixture of old and new. We always go antiquing, find things in the local area, and then we also pair it with some newer designs as well. All of it though is intended to really be timeless. Got the creative station. This is one of my favorites. So we've got our plush faux fur rugs, our floor pillow seating area, and this is also a fan favorite of our guests, the therapeutic coloring book. Life is so busy and it's hard to find time to really slow down, but when people come here, they do that. And you just feel the stress kind of melting away as you're coloring. I mean, look how beautiful. Our guests are so creative, I love it. We also have some vintage board games like Yahtzee and Scrabble, and this is fun, a little puzzle of the dome that you're actually staying in. Making our way down to the kitchen, we also have a little fireplace. People ask what it's like here in the winter, and it is honestly beautiful and very comfortable year-round. We have AC and heating in the mini splits, fireplaces. We're in the kitchen with our live shelving. I absolutely adore this ambrosia maple. Love the texture and just kind of that natural element, also with this kind of rustic, strong rope. We equip the kitchens with everything you need to cook so that you can enjoy the art of slow living and don't find yourself in need of anything is the goal. This is the custom cabinet. This was a challenge. Cabinets in a place with no straight angles and no walls. That was really fun. And our cabinet maker, he actually designed this before the dome was finished. So he was going off of the drawings, and we really honestly just crossed our fingers and hoped that it would fit. Thankfully it did, and it absolutely looks so beautiful. Over here beside the kitchen, we've got the record player. So we curate this collection with some of our favorites and just kind of some old school tunes. I mean, you've got to put my husband's music in there, right? So it's kind of fun. We'll host Need to Breathe fans, and sometimes they don't even connect the dots that this is Seth's place, and it's only when they see the record that they're like, no way. This bed is centered on the only wall in this whole place. So this is a king-size bed. Our goal is that you have the best sleep of your life when you're here. We have a movie screen and projector so that you can still watch your favorite classics. As we push back to the back half of the dome behind the main living area, very open concept, no doors. This is the only wall in the dome. I love this little back area though.
All right, we are on an entirely different part of the property now. It looks different, feels different. This is a village of mirror cabins. It is basically a luxury hotel room nestled into nature.
People know that they're coming to Bolt Farm Treehouse for an experience. We had a traveler recently who wrote in the guest book saying that she left feeling lighter and had the time and space to process some really tough things. Stories like that are what fuels us.
When I first saw this mirror cabin concept, I absolutely fell in love with it. It gives us the ability to place these artfully and reflect really cool things. And from a development standpoint, it disappears. The structure itself is 10 feet tall and they're 20 feet wide. In addition to all of the luxury amenities inside, we've really got a nice spread outside as well. Obviously, you've got your own private hot tub. We love to grill and cook out, so you have both a barbecue grill and a pizza oven. A bistro table for two and a fire pit. So you can enjoy a fire, enjoy wine, dinner, fine dining out here. This is paradise. As you can imagine, building an entire village of these mirror cabins and patios and all the landscaping, I mean, it took a lot of talented people There were a lot of different challenges when we were building this. Number one, it had never been done before. These are the first mirror cabins in operation for rental in the United States of America. So we were building and doing this all for the first time, and we also had to work with the topography of the land because we're on the side of a cliff. Getting the machinery in here, the cranes, the foundations, the patios, the stone, it was a big challenge, a big undertaking. We were able to build the first section of the village in 2.5 months, which is insanely fast, thanks to our team who do incredible work.
Welcome to the Mirror Cabins. It's about 200 square feet. You have a queen size bed with a plush pillow top, our faux fur blanket and rug. Behind me is your closet, so a place where you can put your clothes, your hanging clothes. You'll be greeted to 2 Bolt Farm robes that you can enjoy during your stay. And then up here is actually the projector. We have blackout curtains. We have the blackout curtains not only for those who want to sleep in. The blackout curtain is the screen for your projector. So these floor to ceiling windows are really special. We're all about helping you immerse yourself in nature, and the mirror cabins allow you to do that on a whole new level. It's really incredible. During the day, you can see out completely, but you cannot see in, so you have total privacy. And then at night, if you were to have the lights on like we have now, you could see in like a museum, like a glass box, which is why we have the privacy blackout curtains. Just make sure you pull those at night if you're gonna leave the lights on. We've got our dining table and desk area. And then we have our guest book. This is my absolute favorite thing. Any chance I get, I sneak into one of our cabins or domes and I read the guest book, and I'll even add a little message myself. But this is why we do what we do. You know, it's hard work building these places, but it's literally all for our guests, and to be able to create experiences that help people, that help them invest in their relationship or themselves, people who, you know, need to get clarity and recenter. This guest here said that it was a weekend getaway for their 4th anniversary and it exceeded expectations. The perfect combination of woodsy, modern, and romantic. I love it. Let's head over to the music corner. So you've got the record player sitting on these live edge shelves. I love that these still have the tree bark in place, just adding that nature woodsy feel, that texture that we're all about. So you can actually connect this on Bluetooth to your phone if you wanted to, but I recommend enjoying one of the vinyls that we put in here for you to enjoy. You've got the incense, engaging all the senses, some old books. So at this little kitchenette, you have your sink, the mini fridge, there's a single hot plate for cooking. Outside, there's the barbecue and the pizza oven, but you can still do your essentials here. We leave you all the ingredients to make a great cup of French press coffee. We equip you with everything that you need to do your essential cooking. A lot of people find that cooking is therapeutic. It's an event, it's an activity that you can do by yourself or with your person. We've got the AC and heat coming from the mini split. We also have one of my favorite little amenities, heated floors. So I'm all about being cozy, and here are the control panels where you can heat the floors both in the bathroom and in the main room. So on the other side of this door is our bathroom. These are the first structures that we've built that have an indoor shower. Usually we've done the outdoor shower that people love, but this was the perfect opportunity to still let you feel like you're showering outdoors, but from the comforts of being inside. During the day, you cannot see through the mirror cabin at all. And then we also have a frosted film on the glass to protect your privacy at night. There's a toilet, there's the little sink, there's some cabinet space with some little goodies inside there for you, and then there's the rainfall shower.
This is a calling, it's not a job, it's not a career. We see it as being sort of the intersection of the world's greatest need and our greatest joy. I really, truly believe that places like what we've built here are the answer to a life where you're constantly engaged.
We have a lot of room to grow and we have a lot of ideas. So our plan is to continue to build out this property, develop it. We have some plans for communal spaces and, of course, more tree houses.
Thanks for watching this week's video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another unique home tour.